Dude, Devon smashed Denis. I knew it. Like, I wish I betted on it. Like, I would have made like $10,000 or something. Dude, Denis wasn't even ready. Like, and the worst part is they kept showing Babkin's face in the middle of the match. Like, who the heck is like the director of this event? Like, the event was 99.99% perfect, other than that 2 milliseconds or 2 seconds. Boom. Devon. I think Devon could have like pressed him, hooked him, top rolled him, anything he could. Like I think he just gave him some respect. I'm not gonna lie, like it was crazy, man. Crazy match. I got people who don't even watch arm wrestling messaging me. They're like, what the heck happened? I'm like, told you so. Like, Devon's the boss. Like, right now he's the boss. He's got everything going on correct in his life and training and everything. Okay, let's talk about East vs West 10. Possibly the best arm wrestling event of all time. I think 9 and 10 were the best events of all time. That's the event, like, I literally couldn't sleep for a day. Like, I'm just watching it, right? I couldn't sleep for a day. I was so excited. East vs West 9, East vs West 10. Best combat event of all time. I would say, like, better than any UFC or any of that bullcrap I've seen that I don't like. Arm wrestling, hopefully it's gonna grow big. I think there is some nicheness or like some weirdness to arm wrestling that people don't get. But with top level athletes and, you know, sponsorship from the European government, sponsorship maybe from the American government in the future, or like corporations in America and Canada, arm wrestling could grow big. Okay, let's go through the matches, okay? I think I watched the event twice. I've watched every, like, the matches that's been coming out on Engage channel. I watched each of them at least 3-4 times on repeat, just in the background. It was crazy. Okay, starting off, we had Fia Raisek versus Rosa, I believe. I'm not sure her full name. That was a good match. I kind of missed it because I thought it was at 1 o'clock, but it was at 12 o'clock because of daylight saving. Like I missed half of that match. But anyway, I saw the highlights. Fia Raisek, champ, really good. She's pretty, she's smart, she's strong. She's got everything going on that day, and I hope to see her against someone stronger. I don't know. I think Angie Rose she has beaten. I think she's maybe she could beat Anna Singrid. I think she could beat her too. I think she could beat pretty much anyone in women's other than the top 3. Egle, Barbora, and Gabby. Maybe there's some Americans or Canadians. I think Sarah Wilson is good. But anyway, that was a great match. Second match was, I believe, Frank Ramparelli versus Matt Mask. Dude, Matt Mask was flop wrestling. Like, did you see Matt Mask? He was Big Daddy Wild Horse Zebra. He became a zebra. Zebras, I think, are bigger than wild horses, maybe. Boom. I think we should call him the Zebra next. Crazy guy. Hope to see him winning again. That was a good match though. I think Mad Mask has leveled up. The stem cells, the recovery, the exercises, everything he's doing is working for him. Frank Ramparelli, underground star, man. I never knew about him. I saw a few matches. He looks like Hermes without pancakes. So perfect for Italy. But I'm supporting Canada, of course. So hopefully Mad Mask can level up and beat him in the future, or we see more of Frank Ramparelli. He was a great guy. He was smiling like always smiling. Big smile, biggest smile I've ever seen. Always smiling on the live streams and everything. It was great. And then I think we had Artem Tena versus Sancho. That was a close match. I think Sancho was not 100% mentally going into that match. I feel like we could run that back and we could have a different result, but I think both of them were happy with the match. I think Sancho, obviously with his win against John Brzenk, he was not really worried about that match. It was a great match. That Tena guy looked massive, man. His left arm alone looked so big. I think he's 95 kilo, 100 kilo max, but his left arm was massive. It looked like a 110 kilo, 20 kilo left arm. And then we had Rustam versus Iraqi. That was a really good match. That was a good match. That could be the match of the night if you look at how close it was. It was really close. I learned a lot from that match as a spectator, as a fan, as an arm wrestler. I learned a lot about setups, a lot about hook versus top roll, and how things could go in your personal matches. It was a great match for a student or athlete of the sport to watch. And then it was a great match. I think Miracle should pull Paul Lynn if I was the organizers. I would like to see him Paul Lynn or but he actually looked not 100% though. I feel like if he was 100% he could have smashed Rustam. But at the same time, if Rustam was 100% in his prime shape, I think he could have beat Irakli. So it was a really good match, great match to watch. And then what did we have? We had the big guys, Kargi versus Zar. I'm so happy Svetkov won. He seems like a fun guy. I like Zar, but he's just not that entertaining or not that of a character for the sport. I think he's a strong guy. I think if he gets his get back to 100% shape, he could be top 5 in the world. Let's see. And then next match, what did we have? Sarah Backman versus Egle. Dude, that was crazy, man. Egle was the boss. She just bossed Sarah Backman. That was crazy. Egle, probably number 3 in the world, maybe number 2. If she gets bigger, if she gets maybe to 90, 100 kilos, she could beat Gabby, I think. But she looked like a boss, you know. She just came, destroyed Sarah. Humbly, she was very humble with her victory. And Sarah was also like, damn, she's like Gabby's level or something. Maybe more. And she just, kind of gave up after a couple rounds. What did we have next? We had Sasho versus John Brezink, the GOAT. Damn, bro. I really hope John Brezink would have won that match. I don't know, man. Sasho was just like a unit. I think his whole body is arm wrestling. Like, even his finger, like his toenails are pushing him, making him a better arm wrestler, you know? That guy's vegan. I'm honestly thinking about going vegan because of Sasho. Maybe after I turn 30, I'll slowly start going vegan. He looks like perfect. He looks full quality. He's the person that's like 100% quality. Maybe pound for pound the best arm wrestler. Okay. Next match was probably Angarbai versus Todd Hutchings. Maybe I missed a match in the middle, I feel like. I did miss David Samushia versus the Kazakhstan guy. That was a good match. I don't know how heavy they were though. They look pretty small. They look like 80 kilos instead of 85 kilos. But regardless, David Samushia is probably the king of 85 kilos in the world. At 90 kilos, I think there are a couple of people who could beat him. But at 85 kilos, maybe Alan Zolev. I don't think anyone else can beat David Samushia under close to the 80 kilo mark. That was a good match. David Samushia just too strong. His hook, his wrist flexion and his fingers and his shoulder connection, back connection, lat connection, everything just seems like a unit. He just looks like Sasho, but a little bit smaller version of Sasho. But I think he's susceptible to a top roll, so I would like to see Engin going at him, Let's see how, the side pressure top roll that Engin has, let's see how it could affect David. I think they should have it at King of the Table or even like a smaller event, free to watch on YouTube, like East vs West 3 or 2, I believe, or 1. The first one I watched. I feel like Engin has grown to a point where he could have free events, like maybe 4 pay-per-views and 2 free events a year. I think like the signed goods are probably giving him as much money as pay-per-view these days. That's what I feel like from how pay-per-view market is going on. So yeah, I'd like to see Engin go at David Samushia. Okay, this was the match of the night. Freaking Angarbayev, dude, I had so much hope in him. I'm sure he's like the best technician in the world, but I honestly thought that he had something for Godzilla. I feel like he could have gone to a King's move or try to use his pronation a bit more, or even have a stronger cup. I feel like he was beat in his own game. Like Godzilla, I think had a better pronator than better pronation, better rising. Maybe Angarbayev was trying to low hand him, but it felt like Todd had better rising and pronation than Angarbayev. Maybe the same amount of pronation, but more side pressure gave Todzilla the edge. It was a crazy match. It was actually like a top roll versus top roll match, but who had the most side pressure versus the back pressure one. So basically, Todzilla, in my opinion, has better side pressure than Angarbayev's back pressure, like a dragging back pressure. I believe Angarbayev's dragging back pressure would be probably at least 150 pounds. Like a straight drag. He didn't even have his wrist. Like his wrist was like this, and he was just dragging with his lats and like upper lats and like lower lats and his shoulder and everything. That has to be at least like 200 pounds worth of force, and Todzilla was just driving through him. Damn, Todzilla's the king, guys. Todzilla's the king of arm wrestling under 100 kilos right now. I don't think anyone at 100 kilos can beat him. Maybe Prunik if he goes down to 100 kilos. Other than him, I don't see anyone beating Todzilla at 100 kilos, and that guy is more than 55 years old. I think he's like 60 years old. I don't know what's going on. I honestly bow down to Todzilla. He's the man. So East vs West 10 was a great event. This is my 2 cents on it. Hope you get selected. Be strong.